Well, it's a tense moment right here. No time for jocularity, Mike. I mean, it's a very serious moment for this young man to get an opportunity that he's about to get.
And it's an opportunity that Kai earned by winning the Wrestle One tournament to have the chance to challenge for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Originally, Kai was not even in the tournament because he was in the midst of a losing streak. But when Sonata decided that he was going to opt out of the tournament and challenge for the X Division title, Kai was then put into the tournament, and he ended up defeating first Minoru Tanaka in the first round, and then Masakatsu Funaki in the second round of that championship tournament. And as a result, Kai earned this title shot against Magnus for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, you can see, I mean, backstage, I mean, that whole roster, you can sense how important they know. They know, these wrestlers know how few and far between come World Championship opportunities. And they know this young man earned this opportunity to get a shot at Magnus's world title, TNA world title. So can he pull it off? And see him shaking hand of legendary Muto, who's ringside doing commentary. I believe Muto's as good as me.
You think?
Two former grapplers. These all the TNA grapplers are out there also. You think Muto's as good as me at commentary?
Nobody's as good as you on commentary.
Thank you,
Come on,
brother.
please.
Thank you. Elite color analyst.
Keiji Muto was one of the trainers for Kai when he broke into the business. Now he's at ringside doing commentary as he challenges for the world title. And in terms of solidarity, we see members of the TNA roster around the ringside area showing their support for Magnus, much like we saw moments ago backstage in the locker room area with the Wrestle One support for the challenger Kai.
Well, it's definitely a us versus them feeling here this evening, so Magnus got to represent, got to do the right thing here and leave this country with our title intact.
What an accomplishment it was when Magnus became World Heavyweight Champion in his 9th year as a pro. Just 27 years of age, the first British World Heavyweight Champion in 108 years.
That is just an amazing thing that this young man pulled off. I mean, just think about that, 108 years. You said 108, right?
108.
108. Big. Maybe that just shows that England doesn't have a lot of good wrestlers. I don't know.
Well, that's not the case.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying some might think that.
But don't draw that conclusion, is what you're saying.
No, right. Yes, maybe.
60分一本勝負を行います。赤コーナーチャレンジャー177センチ100キロカイ。青コーナー TNA 世界ヘビー級チャンピオン191センチ108キロマグナス。レフェリー村山大地。
Well, definitely two of the young guns, two of the young lions in professional wrestling. Magnus representing TNA, Kai representing Wrestle One, and that is the prize that they are fighting for. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship goes to the winner here tonight at Tokyo Sumo Hall.
Shake. Okay, back to your corner, okay?
Well, yellow belt. He's just laying down the rules, the ref. Yellow boot. Belt, boot.
Well, it's for a belt, but he's wearing yellow boots.
Yeah, I'm all over the map with this guy.
Well, it's because you're global. It's Global Impact Japan.
Well, we're going to have that bonus match, right? Number 2 is going to face number 12 in the barbed wire baseball
you
bat
didn't get
match.
the memo?
No, I didn't see that.
Canceled.
I got to check my Twitter feed. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I got it. I got the Twitter from the behind the scenes of the company.
No,
you don't have that?
You do not.
Oh, yes, sir. There's a new Twitter called Behind the Scenes TNA.
Really?
Someone's on there right now.
Right now. Oh, yeah. Second. Look what you've created, a monster.
Oh, yeah. Look at Kai right there. Cutting up, cupping the elbow up, going behind. Getting a good grip around the waist, but Magnus, very easy for him to escape out of that. Go behind waistlock, I should say.
Going to be interesting to watch Kai who just within the last year or two made the transition from a junior heavyweight, as it's known here in Japan, what would be the equivalent to our X division, but he made that transition in 2012 from being a junior heavyweight competitor to fighting for the heavyweight championship tonight after winning the Wrestle One tournament.
Well, yeah, you can see Kai is not a little guy at all. He's got thick neck, thick traps. He's built like a prototypical, Japanese wrestler. They have that athletic build, that thickness to them. Where you see someone like Magnus is a little bit more muscled up, thicker body, and bigger backspan, bigger chest, bigger shoulders, everything. Just nice quick feet right there with that headlock takedown. See, Yellow Boot Jones is getting in position. It's not about you, Yellow Boot. It's not about you. He's flashy in there. It's not about the ref.
You don't like that, do you, in the least?
No, it's about the
Now, what if he was wearing orange boots?
No,
oh, boy,
I'd hit the ring.
I couldn't even live with
Moodall
that
would have to pull me off him because I'd hit the ring. Hanging on to that headlock. Look at Magnus showing that tenacity. Quick, short little takeover right there.
You can sense the importance of the match. We see Kazarian, Bromans around the ringside area. You can see how important this World Heavyweight Championship matchup is just by looking at the faces of the TNA roster around ringside, knowing that Magnus is representing them in this World Championship match against Wrestle One's Kai.
Well, you got to bury hatchets. Anyone who has an issue with Magnus at this time, you got to bury those hatchets because, he's the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So you got to support him out here, right here in Japan, against someone like Kai, who earned this opportunity, who's a threat to be the world champion.
Would you say, especially in light of what we saw from Sonata earlier, winning the X Division title as Kai reels off 3 straight drop kicks?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, we saw 2 titles change hands tonight. I mean, Bromans got their title back from the Bromans without beating the Bromans. They beat Team 246. And then we saw, as you said, the X Division title change hands to Sonata. So against the TNA roster, the guys that are here, they want to see Magnus, I would assume, retain his title.
And kind of surprisingly, this world title match leaves the ringside area. They go up to the ramp, and Magnus obviously has something in mind to use up on the ramp. I think a suplex attempt.
I didn't expect this.
I didn't either.
I was trying to, maybe Kai might be thinking of suplex him off the cage. Off the cage, I'm going off the stage. We're hitting the head too many times.
Well, at least it rhymes. It's not like you called the ramp a tramp or anything. It's stage and a rage and a cage as the suplex was hit. And that's exactly what's happening at the direction of the referee. Champion Magnus brings the challenger Kai, rolls him back in, gonna go for the pin. And
almost got him. It's Yellow Boot Jones. He's the Japanese version of Earl Hebner. I just figured it out.
Really?
Earl's a crotchety old bastard, too. It's the same way.
That's no way to talk about the senior referee. You really just have a problem with authority figures.
I don't like most refs at all.
I can see that. It's authority figures in general.
Magnus is in the zone. This guy is trying to screw up his flow. He's got to deal with Kai enough. Look at this Kai. He's an animal. It's a beast. You got to worry about the ref, maybe having an agenda. It's not right.
Just because he's wearing yellow boots and you don't like the way he gets down for the count.
I don't. I know Muda. I should talk to him about this guy. I'll have him fired. I'll have Yellow Boot fired in the hall.
I'm surprised you don't run down to the ringside area right now and get right in his ear.
I should. I don't want to destroy our audience by letting you be out here by yourself.
Maybe like send smoke signals down or something from our broadcast position.
It's just smoke signals. What do you think you are? What do you think? This is a campfire with cowboys?
Usually you got the cigar out of the corner of your mouth. Light it this time, would you?
All of a sudden, I'm the bruiser. Here we go. Kai's trying to build up some momentum. Nice drop toe hold by the champ.
Champ has the answer. Follows up that drop toe hold by going with the submission. Got the chin lock as part of a variation of the camel clutch.
How is that a variation? It is a camel clutch. Why do people say that?
It's the way that he has him hooked here, the way that he positions his own body. It's Magnus putting his own particular touch on the camel clutch.
Okay.
Thank you.
Knock.
If you just talk long enough, I knew you'd give up.
Yeah, tap out. And right now, Kai looks like he's getting fired up. He's getting his back driven with those elbows. He seemed like it wasn't bothering him.
I think it's interesting that every time Magnus goes for a cover, Kai is trying to kick out either at the 1 count or before, not even allowing the confidence level of Magnus to rise by gaining a series of near falls and 2 counts.
Yeah, well, you saw Kai try to fight back there and how quick he got nailed with a gut-wrench suplex by Magnus. Magnus is in complete control of this young man right now. This young man, Kai, you know, the challenger for the TNA World title. I mean, just for wearing, I just noticed what it says on the back of his tights. I mean, you can't see them at the moment. I believe it says dress camp. What in the holy high hell does that mean?
But don't look at me.
What is a dress camp? Look, dress camp. What is dress camp? I went to Camp Tanglewood when I was a kid, okay, and I got bullied and beat up there. And that's why I'm like this.
No, now we know. Camp Tanglewood?
Oh, yeah, and I went back recently. Oh, I settled the score.
Really?
Oh, I settled it up. Trust me. And Kai right there, dress camp and all. He's bringing it. Here we go.
Comes flying out of the corner.
Dress camp!
Connects with the drop kick. Champ down. Challenger flies with that great dive.
Let's take another look at this. Talk about head first craziness. Boom! Look at that. Magnus getting lit up. Dress camp went up. That was impressive.
Challenger's confidence level. Now it rises. Champ dazed. Magnus, when he turns around, is going to have to deal with Kai, who goes springboard and hits the drop kick.
This guy, Kai, man, he's a pretty intense fella.
Going to follow up the drop kick. Going to try and take Magnus up into the air. Yeah, but the champ able to fight him off.
Ah, all right.
But you can see that while Magnus did not allow Kai to connect on the move, Magnus still favoring his back. And as he gets to his feet, Kai connects with the boots. Ooh, Magnus answers one shot. Took Kai down.
Well, Kai looks like he might be, his eyes are open, but he looks like he might be out. I mean, he's not moving too much.
I think Magnus senses that as well. Boy, if not after those elbows to the side of the head, he's going to be rocked. It shows as he went for the kick and missed.
Look at that strong Uranagi right there by Magnus.
Leans back into the pin, hooks the near leg. Didn't have all of his weight positioned on top of the challenger for the pin, and probably prevented that from being a 3 count.
Well, we've seen Magnus. He's athletic enough, man. He'll fly across that ring if he's going for that big elbow.
Could be what he has in mind. Champ up on top, goes for the elbow off the top, but Kai slides out, and contact avoided. Challenger now, right back in this thing. Comes full speed with the big boot. Boy, big time impact behind that. Right on top goes Kai. Oh, for just 2 before Magnus gets the shoulder up. Takes him back out. Look at the unique way that he takes him up. Powers him down. Here's the pin. Here's the cover, and no.
Well done right there. Is that like a version, almost like a package driver of sorts.
High-risk move by the challenger is met and answered by the champ. Undercut shot that time. And now Magnus up on the ropes. Going to try and take Kai off the top. This is where it gets dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. What's Magnus going to do here? Wow. Big stuff, big stuff.
Magnus hits the suplex out of the corner. But Magnus not able to roll over and even get an attempt at a pin.
Ah, he can't capitalize on what he just did. That's frustrating. Got a home field advantage here for Kai, the 12th man.
That's what they're fighting for. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship goes to the winner. The mid-ring exchange of strikes That one caught Kai right in the ear, and he answers back. But there's something about one of those forearm shots to the ear that just knocks your equilibrium completely off.
Yeah, it definitely can knock you out. Those kidney blows quick by Magnus, and then another uppercut bolo-like forearm.
Oh, my. Kai with the kick. Follow-up. Enziguri off the springboard. Champion up to his feet. Challenger right at him with the kick, and that one was right on target, on the money. Leads to the cover, leads to the pin, but Magnus able to escape before 3, and he's still champion at this point.
Look at this here.
Gonna try and do it again. Magnus blocked it earlier. That's what it's all about. Got him up. Straight down with the power bomb. Stacks up Magnus, but no. How does Magnus kick out?
That was really very close for comfort there. Almost crowned a new TNA World Champion.
Kai up again on top. Goes airborne and look for the splash off the top. Magnus gets the knees up just at the point of impact. Boy, but the physical nature of this World Heavyweight title matchup, it's shown right now in the reactions of both Magnus and Kai.
He's like almost a toss-up here. Yeah, both men, same thing in mind. Double clotheslines.
Off the duck under, Kai gonna go with the bridge and hits the bridging suplex and released it at the last second instead of following through and going for the pin. Magnus with the driver.
He's got him.
And he gets just 2. Magnus has gained so many wins with both the driver and going to the top rope for the top rope elbow. Hasn't been enough to put Kai away. But again, Magnus up on top. That time he nailed him with the elbow.
Yes.
Leads to the cover. Leads to the pin. No, still not enough.
Come on, yellow boots. He had him.
There was nothing wrong with the count of the referee there.
Maybe.
Flew into position.
Maybe.
Perfect cadence of the count. It just wasn't enough.
Come on, Magnus, put this guy out.
Kai floats over. Magnus one step ahead. Oh, instead, Kai with the quick roll through. Magnus shoulders down and on the verge of having a new world champion there again. Oh, that time Magnus not only one step ahead, but delivers such an impactful clothesline. It leads to the cover.
He got
arm drape. Not so fast, my friend.
Kid is tough, man. He's got a lot of heart.
Winner of the Wrestle One tournament to earn this opportunity. Kai, representing the Wrestle One promotion. Keiji Muto, the founder of the Great Muta at ringside looking on as Magnus says, I'm going to finish him off. That time he hit him again.
Yes.
Did you see the way that the impact was made with his head on the canvas?
Yeah, put your dress camp in that, baby. Come on.
Not just enough to hit that. Gonna punctuate it with the top rope elbow. It leads to the cover. Here's 2. Yes!
Yeah! That's 1, 2, 3, baby. Japanese style for you. Yes! Good job, Magnus. Retaining the world title, baby.
Yes, on foreign soil at Tokyo Sumo Hall. Magnus goes in and representing TNA and our roster remains the champion at Taz. This is how Magnus accomplished the feat.
I mean, it was back and forth contest for sure. Challenger put up a hell of a fight. Dress camp looked good. End of the day. Magnus, my man, the World Heavyweight Champion. He gets it done in the land of the rising sun. And I'm rhyming, man. Look, I'm rhyming. I'm all over. I'm loving it. I love it. Magnus retained.
Impressive performance by TNA's Magnus. Goes to the Orient, goes to the land of the rising sun, represents TNA against the Wrestle One promotion, and Magnus does it. He keeps the gold. He's still the World Heavyweight Champion.
Great job, great show also. Great being here, putting this show on, I'll tell you that. Great fans here.
For Taz, I'm Mike Today. Thank you very much for being a part of Global Impact Japan.